Hello again, everyone. I'm about to read a story here, and this is my second run at this video because I stopped recording because I thought it was too crazy. Until I looked where this person was from, and I knew she was telling the truth. So, as crazy as this story gets, and as crazy as it might seem to you, and I will stick with it because I will wrap it up at the end. Because I know she's telling the truth, because I know where she's from. I know, even though she doesn't name it, I know exactly the place she's talking about. When you hear these things, you'll know what I'm talking about. So as I sit here and contemplate telling you my stories, a fire engine with flashing lights cruises past my house for no reason. Sigh. Like that psycho guy saying about code talking. It is real, but I think you are correct, and he is a plant. He has that weird tiny smile in the corners of his mouth sometimes. Give away that is he has an ulterior motives. Anyway, I feel anyone would be justified in thinking the same of me because my life is so insane. I really like you because you are so normal. Not as normal as you think, but thank you. I am writing to emphasize to all those listening in that I am not going to divulge details and names, but I do want to get my story out. I reread my Facebook messages to you. They were generic and dumb. I didn't say much of actual info. I, I don't know when or how to say stuff without saying it outright. I'm not that clever. I have always been say nothing or everything. I trust no one or everyone and not even my own self. I really like you because you are a decent human being. I trust you and it gives me hope that at least you are speaking out for yourself and others. No one in the church I can talk to, no one in my family. Just being myself is and real traumatizing to anyone I tell. As far as I can tell, I have been screwed literally by my family and the government since the day I was born. Literally. Now I have to be quiet for the greater good of the extended family I have never met. I have to trust they are working in secret. I help to help mankind. My silence is crucial. It is all too much. I have to smile and love my life as a big lie when I want to say F you to everyone for what was done to me. Yes, to me. Yes, selfishly thinking about me. What did I ever do to anyone except my own kids? I tried, but I had emotional problems that scarred them and was overbearing with them. Now trying, I make it up to them. I still get judged for doing everything wrongly. People don't like when you show love and understanding or try to make up for wrongs done. They like rules and discipline. I order how things order how things should look. You're doing perfectly, man. You and your little apartment with your sweet wife and decent life, while all the world's down their noses. Here's the gist of it. Please edit and make it even more anonymous if I say something too telling. I really trust you. Not to put any pressure for real, I trust God. He got me this far, but I try to put people in categories I can handle. Basically, good or bad. Though everyone is a mixed bag of imperfections, we have a core desire to do well or not. Just whatever. So I can explain a lot. It is too much. Just the facts I know so far. I can't share how I have proofs because that would be details. Born and I remember being drowned by electroshock and totally spaced out. I was trauma bonded to my mom. Never felt as myself. Kindergarten, the first day, I was taken from my classroom to a windowless room in an all day area. The next day of school, thought was the first. The teacher, who seemed so sweet, acted like I was dumb because I didn't know the rules of the class. I thought it was day one and it was day two. Everyone knew what was up and I didn't. Story of my life. Repeated times I was called to the principal's office and asked if I wanted to go to a nearby lab and participate in an experiment. Okay, and I'm going to stop right here because it's going to get crazy. But I will tell you this. I know exactly the lab she's talking about because it's still there. Because I see where she's from. I know what she's talking about. I know the company she's talking about. And basically, what probably she was used as a test child for some kind of, for medical, um, for pharmaceuticals. I know exactly the company she's talking about. I know exactly where it is. And I can tell you why, because I had a personal experience with this company and what they're capable of when I was working with a friend doing some side work on a police brutality case as we're working as investigators for a law firm, as invested in looking into this police brutality thing. And once it started, we started getting these threatening phone calls over and over and over and over again. And they were all coming out of this fucking lab. All of it. They're evil. They're known to be evil. I'm not going to name them because it would give away who and where and what she is. But I'm telling you right now, this is absolutely true what she's saying. Absolutely. And I had stopped making this video because I'm like, this person's crazy, until I looked where she's from. And I was like, holy shit, I know exactly what she's talking about. Who she's talking about, what they're talking about. That's why she's saying she got screwed over by the government, because they're backed by the government. It's fucking evil. I said, yeah, once there and seeing children in cages, I balked, but they had me surrounded in white lab coats and intimidation if your parents already agreed. I was a compliant child. I zoned out. I never remembered all they did till 2 years ago. Sensory deprivation tanks, flashing lights, electroshocks, drugs, hypnosis. I killed 2 people. Kids, not clear on that. Gas, taken in helicopters to a big city by train on gray metal ships. What the fuck, right? I don't know. Evil is evil, man. Then there were the times I was pulled out of my body as a teen and flown through the air to witness something. Don't have all those memories back. So all this makes a couple of times a family member touch me inappropriately seem insignificant. I'm just a divorced housewife. No one special. Boring. Mediocre life. I look odd. I don't relate well to people. I come off too sweet or too quiet or too out of touch. I do my dishes and laundry and try not to want to die. I am over that. I do not want to live. But man, oh man, nobody wants to know. Everyone says shut up about it. Probably because you're talking about government conspiracies and big pharma. But I'm telling you, this happened to this woman because it's been known from the area that they do shit like this. They are an evil fucking company. Like, that's easy for them to say. I mean, maybe it's not, but I just want to chill and people around me want to act normally. Just fuck everyone. Well, okay, not. I am a Christian, but there is a backstory, an extended story. And how do I keep telling you when you probably have all the red flags going up and crazy alert bells going off? And I did. I admit I did. I was like, wow. And then I saw where you're from, and I'm like, holy shit, this is for real. Because I know what that place is capable of. My family, they are geniuses. Any tech you use, any technology they use probably had a hand in developing. No lie. They tell me, be quiet. They are working for the good behind the scenes. Yeah, using you as the good behind the scenes. Really? How would I know that? Because they say so? Probably they are controlled by big money, unbeknownst to them, and trying to do good is vile. I like that movie my son showed me, Lord of War, where the one brother says, sometimes it is better to do nothing. Sometimes it is. Just not be a part of any of this screwed up world. We started a tradition of watching anti-religious movies on holidays like Easter and Christmas. Ha ha, just worked out that way. My grown son spent time with me and I watched his pick for movies. He was tired of churchy holidays. So it turns out he was probably doing God's will, exposing me to truths like that. Reality of wars and big money. Well, this is probably too much to digest. Or maybe just make a video telling me why you chose the name Ollie Matthews. And I've explained this. Matthew is my real name, and Ollie is from I like to skateboard, and one of the moves is an Ollie. But more importantly, if you remember Cousin Oliver, that shitty character from the Brady Bunch back in the day, I was very jealous of him because he was taken in by the Bradys and loved, and I kind of wanted to be Cousin Oliver. I wanted some family to take me in. So that's where Ollie comes from. Maybe you said it already. I didn't see it or remember. It is a good choice. I like Ollie. It is non-threatening. Anyway, this isn't narc specific, but our narc government doesn't care about us, clearly. It is narc to the max and backed by authority. My story is like Kathy Orbain and stuff Fritz Springmeier exposes. But my spin, and I am guessing, is they wanted me to be some kind of secret weapon psychic killer genius breeder. That's where I stopped the video originally. And I'm like, what? But then I looked and saw where she grew up, and I'm like, yeah, that's probably exactly what they were trying to do to you. As crazy as that sounds, those rumors about that place have been flying around for years. And when we got attacked personally by that company, making these late night threatening phone calls to our houses, and when I was with Macy's, to my office, it was crazy. It was crazy. So I know she's telling the truth. Bloodlines, don't get me started. My kids are two different royalty and no one even knows. Like I care about that at all. The way I can handle it at the moment is to believe that my family had mankind best interest at heart, and their intentions were used for war and controlling the masses. It wasn't mankind's best interest. It was they wanted it for themselves, for their own narcissistic supply, and they sacrificed their own child to do it. Your parents are absolutely fucking abhorrent, and they should be fucking waterboarded and then hanged. Disgusting. Disgusting. And that's coming from a guy whose grandfather worked on the Manhattan Project in Tennessee, actually helped build the first atomic bomb. I have people's best interests at heart, but what do? If I speak, I hurt people and maybe damage secret plans to take down bad guys. If I remain silent, I feel complicated in the evil done to myself, or I feel complicit in the evil done to myself and others, and helpless to them and myself. That's because you've been tested on as a child. You've taken at your most vulnerable time, pumped through medication, sensory deprivation. Like, I know the crazy shit. Everybody knows about the crazy shit who paid attention that went on in that place. The place is still there, by the way. It's still there. You're really helping me a lot, Ollie. I'm not a kiss ass. Been accused my whole life. I love people. I would help anyone. I'm just stuck in this crappy trap. Now I have to keep living a lie. Well, in the Bible, Jesus didn't push himself on people. He answered them. I guess I will just keep on keeping on and try to be there for my grown kids and true friends. If anyone wants to know anything, ask. I will tell you, just not publicly. I already know what you're talking about. Thanks for asking, Ollie. You didn't have to reply to my tiny donation and note. You're a good guy. I can't say it enough because I know you've lived a life of being told the opposite every day repeatedly. You can tell her the truth over and over. Don't give up. You're doing good, man. I'm sorry that you got sucked into that place. I'm sorry you got sucked into that place. And you've been put through shit as a young child that no child should ever have to do. Who knows what their final goal was for you, whether it was some kind of behavioral testing, medical test, whatever it was, it's fucking evil. It's fucking evil. Wow. But the blame lies with your parents. There is no, you don't sacrifice a child, a 5 or 6-year-old in kindergarten for the greater good of society. It's the biggest fucking crock of shit that I ever fucking heard. What parent, what loving fucking parent would do that? None. None. You're supposed to give up everything for your child. You're supposed to protect your child, not fucking put them up for this bullshit. And I telling everybody, as crazy as this story sounds, it's true. It's absolutely true. I know the place. I know exactly where it is. I've had dealing. They've threatened me personally. And my friend personally when we were working on the side for a lawyer, okay, on a police brutality case in the same town where the cops protect this fucking bill. The cops work there as security, off duty, but they're all there. All the patrol cars are still there. So it's basically like a subsection of the police, and the town is just fucking brutal on its own. It has a brutal reputation. I'm glad you're far, far away from it. My suggestion to you is, because I'm not going to give any more details than that, don't, because these people are sick in the head. This is a completely different type of entity that most of you, probably no one else here, has gone through to this level. You're dealing with people that will protect their lie and protect their investments and protect their lawsuit, protect themselves from lawsuit and exposure, and they will do anything to do it. You need to find peace, though, and it looks like you're doing that. Work on your relationship with your children. You know, you've been through probably more than anybody can imagine, more than I've been through, more than probably anybody who's contacted me, because this shit is real. This shit is real. And, you know, I'm really sorry you went through it. I'm really sorry you went through it. But I'm glad you're away from it. But I want you to know, I believe you. You know, even the people who look at you crazy or side-eyed, I believe you. And I know this happened to you. I know this happened to you. And I'm really sorry for it. All right, everybody. This is Ollie Matthews. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all again shortly. Take care.